What's up, everybody? I'm back. I'm actually back. I'm making videos, not just gameplay videos. I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying those gameplay videos, though. I got a good topic today. Now, this comes off the story of the Diablo 3 potential Nintendo Switch crossplay that we heard. Sadly, that was kind of debunked by Blizzard. They said that they're not currently actively working on bringing crossplay to Diablo 3 for the Nintendo Switch and other consoles, so that's a big bummer. But today I am talking about the possibility of cross progression in video games selling more copies of the games that we love. Obviously, we all know, whether you love it or hate it, Fortnite is dominating the whole gaming industry, and one big thing that the game does right is cross progression. Just recently, PS4 finally lifted the ban on the crossplay and cross progression, and now we can all play Fortnite together, and it is wonderful. But the big kicker, the thing that I want to point out today, is that cross progression in Fortnite is maybe the best thing about Fortnite. So now we're playing Fortnite as one big happy family. I started out on PS4. I primarily play on Switch now, and sometimes I play on PC. PC's not really my big thing, but nevertheless, I can go on all of these platforms and play my profile with my skins. And this got me thinking, what would this do for other games that we love? So now I'm going to name a couple of big multiplayer games that are perfect for cross progression and that could help me relay my point to you. Overwatch, Destiny 2, and since we just recently talked about it, Diablo 3. Now, chances are you probably bought one of these games, and if not one of these games, you've definitely bought a multiplayer game before that would totally kick ass with cross progression, just like a Minecraft or something like that. So let's take Overwatch for our first example. I bought Overwatch on PS4 a while ago, actually during its first launch. Yes, that vanilla Overwatch, 2 game modes, not much there, but it was fun, it was addicting, and it blew up into the Overwatch that we know today. I could have got Overwatch for $14.99 on PC just a little while ago, okay? Now, there's something that stopped me from making that purchase. That's the fact that I have to restart, and after all of those hours I've put into my original Overwatch profile, now I'd have to restart and do everything else, start with no skins, all this stuff. No thank you. Now I know there's tons of people out there, just like me, that look at a game like Overwatch, see it on sale for another platform that they have and say, hey, actually, you know what? I'd like to buy that. I have some friends that I could play with. You know, maybe my PC I just got is really awesome. I just built my own PC, and now I'd like to experience Overwatch in the fullest potential that I could. But I don't want to have to restart my progress. Ideally, how I think about this is I should be able to sign into my Battle.net and it carry my account over to all these platforms that I choose to buy the copy of the game for. Ideally, I believe that my Battle.net login should be able to save my account, my progress, and carry it over to any platform that I buy a copy of this game on. If that happened, Blizzard would have definitely got my $15 extra, even though I already have a copy of this game. And now let's get into some other games, right? Destiny 2, okay? This is something that could heavily rely on crossplay alongside with this cross progression. This is another game that actually uses Battle.net, and I know a lot of people don't know that, but yes, Destiny 2 does run on Battle.net servers. So if this could happen to Overwatch, if this ever did happen to Overwatch, I could see this easily happening to Destiny 2 as well. With Destiny 2, you do kind of get into some murky waters, though, because sometimes there is exclusive content only for PlayStation, exclusive type of things for other games too, not just Destiny. But if I could carry my Guardian and my Vault over from console to console to console, this would work so well. Also, like I said, partnered with that crossplay, since rating is a huge thing. I'm sure there's still a huge amount of people that actually haven't rated still. It is a long process. It's very unique thing in gaming. I can't get over how unique rating is in Destiny 2. If you haven't done it, you should do it. I don't play Destiny anymore. It's not really my grind. I don't want to work so hard and keep doing the same thing in a game like Destiny 2 makes you do. But hey, I'm not hating here. Let's get cross progression, and who knows? That may have made me pick up another copy of Destiny 2 at some point in time. Even if I'm not playing it now, they would have still got my money, leading to those sales like I'm talking about. Now, when I say Destiny 2, you may think of other big AAA shooters, okay? Now, here's the problem with maybe this happening in a Call of Duty Black Ops or a game like Battlefield. Now, with some of these games, we don't have to sign in or make an ID like we would with Fortnite or maybe something on Battle.net with Overwatch. These games primarily did come out on consoles back in the day. They sell heavily on PlayStation, Xbox, and the community thrives on console as well as PC. So if we were to get crossplay into those big AAA shooters like Call of Duty, there would have to be a little bit more work, I believe. You'd have to build an infrastructure, you'd have to build a login system, an account system, be able to store all that data, have servers, have everybody accounts all locked in, but it can be done. And with the recent success of Black Ops 4, everybody is loving it, and you have survival mode. I think this is something that could possibly come into fruition, even if it seems like it's too far away. Maybe it's closer than we all think. Now, my last example is Diablo 3. This example is important because I want to talk about the importance of the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is hard to convey to someone that doesn't have a Nintendo Switch, okay? There's a lot of people that I know that don't have it, see the Switch, and I feel like they don't understand just how amazing the Switch is, bringing it with you all the time, being able to play your games on my lunch break, you know, or maybe I'm waiting for somebody at the airport, you know, whatever it is, I'm in an Uber, whatever. The Nintendo Switch is awesome to have because it brings you a true console quality experience on the go. Now, this bleeds cross progression, okay? I would love if all the games that came to Switch, I don't even care if you can't cross progress between PS4, Xbox, PC. I wish every game would just cross progress with the Nintendo Switch because it's perfect for it, you know? We live a life in 2018 where we're always on the go. Everybody is always on the go. And with the Nintendo Switch, sometimes you're just able to slow down life, play your favorite video game for 15 or 20 minutes, okay? And when you become an adult and you have shit to do, you have work, you have responsibilities, you don't have a lot of time to play games, that cross progression on the Nintendo Switch could save your whole gaming life. This opens doors to avenues of times to play games and progress into stories that you wouldn't have if you didn't have a Nintendo Switch. And let's face it, guys, the world that we live in is dominated by devices. Whether it's a PS4, a PC, maybe you're playing games on an Amazon Fire Stick. I don't know what you're doing. Nevertheless, we have all of these devices, and every day I wake up, it's almost more ridiculous that they can't all talk to each other, that they all can't communicate with each other. Maybe that's a bad thing for the human race. I don't know. I'm just looking for convenience. I'm looking for cross progression. That's what this video is about. But I have one final example. Let's say you have Netflix on your TV and you've been binging Ozark Season 2. Maybe one of the best shows on Netflix right now, in my personal opinion. Okay? And you just binged. You don't know what episode you're on. You just happened to stop last night before you went to bed. You don't know what episode you're on, but Netflix does, right? And you know that your Netflix account does. You know that when you're able to go back to your smart TV, you're going to go to your Netflix app and you're going to click on Ozark and it's going to say continue where you left off, right? Well, what if you had to go to the airport that day? What if you had to leave with a friend, or maybe you were just waiting for somebody in a car and you're just like, hey, you know what? I'm going to watch some Ozark because that's what I'm into right now. I don't exactly know where I'm at, but my Netflix app should know, right? You log in on your phone to watch some Ozark, and it didn't carry over anything. It doesn't know what episodes you watch. It doesn't have suggested content. It doesn't even know who you are. Maybe it's just like, hey, you just had to start a new mobile Netflix account to do this, right? That would be fucking stupid. That would be so stupid. I want everything that I do on my Netflix account to carry over whenever I sign into Netflix. And this is the way that video games need to start being. Okay, I understand that sometimes people worry like PlayStation. We don't want you to, you know, buy a game with us, but then eventually go over to Xbox and then spend your money here or whatever it is. It's all about money with these people, and I understand, but the world is growing and evolving, and I really think that if everybody accepted cross progression, cross play, we would eventually get to a spot to where it would actually start selling copies and helping out the business more than you know. I'm sure a big reason why PS4 caved in the whole Fortnite and cross play, cross progression scandal is because they saw a huge dip in players on their fan base. even though there's a huge dip in players, I'm sure they were still fine, but they wanted to do the right thing, and they realized that they were being stubborn and pig-headed over this issue. So they stopped, they changed their mind, they said, okay, we're gonna allow this Fortnite, and now people, this is time. Let's rise up, let's start making games with cross progression, okay? Let me sign into a server. I know sometimes signing into everything gets annoying, but if it means that I get to play my save file on any console, especially my Nintendo Switch, I'm all for it, people. Once again, let's hear a big hurrah for cross progression. Developers, give us cross progression. This is what we want, even if people don't even realize it yet. Trust me, this is what they want, okay? Crossplay is one thing, but cross progression is bigger. I hope you all realize it. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Oscar Lucio. This is Geeks Between Worlds. You could find us on Twitter and Instagram at GBW Podcast or Facebook.com/Fandom Talk. I really appreciate you being here. I'm glad that I'm back making some shows, okay? Thank you for supporting all of the gameplay videos. I hope there is a better mix and it's not just like a bunch of gameplay videos or a bunch of like me sitting here and talking. I hope I mix it up good. I hope you join me and you watch all the content. Thank you again. I really appreciate you. Come on back. GBW out.